Hello friends, welcome in my YouTube channel Learning Literature with Sudarshana Pathak. So friends, our today's topic is poetry and its forms, in which we will read lyric, epic, ballad, elegy, ode and sonnet. Well, there are so many forms of poetry, but today I will tell you about these 6 forms of poetry. So first of all, we know that what is poetry. After that, we will read forms of poetry. So first of all, what is poetry? Poetry may be defined a literary work in which the expressions of feeling and idea is given intensity by the use of distinctive style and rhythm. Poetry is an art form in which human language is used for its aesthetic qualities in addition to and instead of its notional and semantic content. Poetry is the way in which people express their strong feelings and emotions using rich, sonorous and beautiful language. Poetry looks, sounds and feels different forms every other type of creative writing. The question of defining poetry is further complicated by the fact that poetry is unlimited in its range of subject. It can be written on any or every conceivable subject. Then the speaker of poetry can be of anyone, an old man or a young person, male or female, bad or mad. Then a poem can be addressed to anyone in the world. The poetry can use all types of dictions. We can affirm that poetry is any kind of verbal or written language that is structured rhythmically and is meant to tell a story or express any kind of emotion, idea or state of being. Now, whenever we start reading poetry, the biggest doubt we get is that what is this lyric, epic, ballad, elegy, ode, sonnets are. So today I will clear this doubt of yours. So let's start our video. First of all, what is lyric? A lyric is a short poem of a song-like quality in which the thoughts and feelings of a person are expressed. The term lyric is derived from French word lyrique, meaning a short poem expressing personal emotion. Lyric express the writer's personal feelings and emotions, usually briefly and in stanzas or recognized forms. The term refers to a short poem in which the poet, the poet's persona, or another speaker expressed personal feelings. The term lyric is now commonly referred to as the word to a song. The characteristics of a lyric can be enumerated very easily. First, it is a short poem, but this is not very necessary. There are some long lyric as well. Secondly, lyric are usually written in first person because these poems are expressed of a person's own feeling. Thirdly, lyrics are usually written about intense human feelings like love, loss or death. Love, companionship and friendship are 3 of the most common topics people choose for lyric poetry. Fourthly, lyric poems do not tell a story or an anecdote. Lastly, it is necessary that the language and rhythm of the poem should be understood by the readers. So, our next is epic. So, what is epic? An epic is an extended narrative poem in elevated or dignified language celebrating the feats of a legendary or traditional hero. The word epic has been derived a Greek word epikos, which means a word, song or speech. An epic is an extensive and prolonged narrative in verse. Usually every single epic has been broken down into multiple books. For example, Homer's epics are derived into 12 books each. Similarly, John Milton's Paradise Lost have been derived into 12 books. In an epic, the exploits and achievements of a historical or traditional hero or a person of national or international significance are narrated. There are certainly gods, demons, angels, fairies, and use of supernatural forces like natural catastrophes in every epic, and English epics are replete with supernatural elements. Now ballad. So what is ballad? A ballad is a form of verse, often a narrative set to music. Ballad derives from the medieval French canzon, ballad or ballad. Ballad is a poem meant of singing, quite impersonal in material, probably connected in its origins with the communal dance but submitted to a process of oral traditions among people who are free from literary influences and fairly homogeneous in character. Now, elegy. An elegy is the most important division of personal poetry. In general, it is a mournful, melancholy, or plaintive poems, especially in funeral songs or a lament for the dead. An elegy, according to Encyclopedia, is a poem lamenting the death of a public personage or of a friend or loved one. By extension, any reflective lyric on the broader theme of human mortality. Elegy is a form of poetry natural to the reflective mind. It may be treat of any subject, but it must treat of no subject for itself, but always and exclusively. Elegy present everything as lost and gone or absent on future. So, among the better known English elegies may be included Thomas Gray's elegy, written in a country churchyard, written to honor the death of his friend and fellow poet Richard West. It is the best example of an impersonal elegy. Lord Alfred Tennyson's In Memoriam, who wrote it for his closest friend, author Henry Hallam. After Hallam's sudden death at the age of 22, it is an example of personal elegy. Walt Whitman's "Oh Captain, My Captain" is about the death of American President Abraham Lincoln. It uses only 3 stanzas to depict the standard process of grief, praise, and consolation. Kind of elegy is a pastoral elegy. Now we will discuss ode. So what is an ode? An ode is a poem that is written for an occasion or a particular subject. There are usually dignified or more serious as form than other forms of poetry. Unfortunately, in today's society, there is distinctly less respect for poetry, mortality, and dignity. Modern odes includes sarcastic poems about various subjects, including animals and vegetables. Ode is a literary technique that is lyrical in nature, but not very lengthy. Ode is derived from Greek word "agedion," which means to chant or sing. It is highly solemn and serious in its tone and subject matter, and usually is used with elaborate patterns of stanzas. There are 3 types of odes: Panderic, Horatian, and irregular. First of all, what is Panderic ode? The Panderic ode was named after an ancient Greek poet Pindar, who began writing choral poems that were meant to be sung at public events. It contains 3 traits: strophe, anastrophe, and apode, with irregular rhyme, pattern, and length of lines. Second is Horatian. The Horatian ode was taken from a Latin poet Horace, unlike heroic odes of Pindar. Horatian ode is informal, meditative, and intimate. These odes dwell upon interesting subject matters that were simple and gave pleasure to sense. Since Horatian odes are informal in tone, they are devoid of any strict rule. Third is irregular. Then there are an irregular ode. Such odes are without any formal rhyme scheme and structure, such as Pindaric ode. Hence, the poet has great freedom and flexibility to try any type of concepts and moods in this ode. Now we will discuss about sonnet. So what is sonnet? Sonnet is a 14-line poem and it follows conventional structures of rhymes. It is very akin to lyric as it allows the poet to express his personal feelings and emotions. The term sonnet is derived from the Italian word sonato, which means a little sound. Sonnets have been written in many rhyme schemes. The 2 major forms of rhyming schemes are the Italian or Petrarchian and the English or Shakespearean. So first of all, we will discuss what is Italian or Petrarchian sonnet. The earliest known form of sonnet is Petrarchian because he is supposed to be the father of Italian sonnet. The Petrarchian sonnet is divided into 2 parts: the octave, which consists of the first 8 lines of the sonnet, and the second part, which consists of the last 6 lines of poem, is called sestet. This tightly woven rhyming scheme can be represented through the following rhyming scheme. The scheme is A B B A, A B B A, C D E, D E D. And second is the Shakespearean sonnet. As the name suggests, this type of sonnet were first written by William Shakespeare. This variety of sonnet uses a different rhyme scheme that of the Petrarchian sonnet. The normal rhyme scheme of this English sonnet is A B A B, C D C D, E F E F G G. So that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching my video.